Hello and welcome to the Term 5 Curriculum Information PowerPoint for Red Class. Just want to start by saying I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter break and had lots of time to relax and of course to fill their bellies with lots of chocolate. I know I definitely did. To start just with a quick reflection on Term 4, it was another fun-filled term. We had obviously lots of lovely events like World Book Day, as well as Red Nose Day, and of course our amazing space topic, which I know the children absolutely loved. We of course made our rocket pictures, as well as our moon buggies. That really was such a great project for the children. They really liked seeing how the moon buggies developed every couple of days or so. We of course had some snow, which led to our wonderful Weather Channel reports, and of course, lots of amazing learning. So, Term 5, our topic for this term is seaside. So, wishful thinking that it's going to be beautiful and sunny to represent our wonderful topic of the seaside. In maths, we're going to be carrying on with our learning about measurement, but this time we're looking at mass and volume as opposed to length and height. Once we finish with our measurement topic, we will then be doing multiplication and division, and finally ending the term with some fractions. In PE, again, fingers crossed that we have lots of lovely sunshine, as these are, of course, more summer sports. So we're going to be doing some cricket and tennis. In science, we're going to be looking at plants, and this is a really lovely topic actually, as the children will be able to grow their own plants, as well as investigating different types of garden plants and wild plants, as well as different types of trees that they will see, and of course making observations of their very own growing plants and the conditions that these need to be in to grow. In English, we're going to be using the text Stella and the Seagull, and for that text we will be writing a persuasive letter to a chocolate company about their wrappings that they use and how this can affect the seaside. And then we'll be moving on to the story of the storm whale, where the children will be writing their own story. And finally, we'll be ending the term looking at the Lighthouse Keeper's Lunch, in which the children will write a diary entry as the main character. And that is a really lovely story, one of my favourites. In RE this term, we're going to be looking at other faiths, including Islam, Judaism, and Hinduism, and exploring these different faiths through stories. In history, of course, we're going to be looking into the history of the seaside and seaside holidays from the past, looking at what seaside holidays were like over 100 years ago, ordering pictures of seaside holidays in chronological order, and then, of course, discussing similarities and differences between seaside holidays in the past compared to now. In PSHE, our topic this term is Who Keeps Us Safe, and the children will be looking at different roles within the community and different jobs that are there to help keep us safe. The children will learn who can help keep them safe, as well as how to respond safely to adults that they don't know, and what to do if they feel unsafe or worried for their own safety or others. And of course, we'll be wrapping that topic up quite nicely with how to get help if there is an accident or an emergency, and how to dial 999 in case of an emergency. And in our art this term, we are going to be looking into how to make a clay fish, which links really, really nicely to our topic. And again, another project that I know the children will really enjoy. Just to clarify that PE days are staying the same this term. And of course, if children could come in with their PE kits on those days with hair tied back and earrings out, that would be fantastic. In terms of spelling this term, we are going to be going back to spelling tests every Friday. Like I did in the previous term, I will post the spellings onto Dojo each Friday for you so that you've got that week to practice and get the children ready and familiarised with the words. And the words that I'll be doing this term, I'm going to recap some of the common exception words that we did do in the previous term, the ones that the children really struggled with, as obviously there are some that are trickier than others. And then we'll be moving on to days of the week, as this is one of the expectations for year one, that the children can spell the days of the week. And then finally ending on the months of the year, because I feel that's a nice way to sort of wrap it up, having done the days of the week. Just to clarify again with lost items, the children are becoming really, really grown up and very sensible. They know to put their things in their tray, but just to make sure that the children do always have their names on everything. I know that this term we probably won't be seeing so many coats and scarves anymore, but we might be seeing some sun caps. So if names could be put in these, and then we can help to return them to their rightful owner. And just a quick side note that we will be sending wellies home as our term in Forest School has finished. And if we do make our way up to Forest School, like I say, fingers crossed it will be nice and dry and the children won't need their wellies. As always with communication, please do talk to me on Dojo if you have any quick queries, and I will try to respond to you as quickly as I can. But of course, if not, then do speak to me on the gate in the morning or at pickup time. And if it is to do with who is picking your child up at home time, please do make sure that if there is a change that you have let the office know or myself know, just so that when it comes to pickup time, there's no confusion on who your child is going home with. Okay, so the phonics screening check is something that will be coming up for the children, not this term, but next term in term 6. It will be carried out over the week commencing the 12th of June, and I will be carrying out the check myself with the children, as obviously I'm probably who they're most familiar with, and we want them to feel really confident, as they are anyway, just so that they feel really secure in their learning. Now, I did speak with lots of you at Parents' Evening about the phonics screening check, but I have put that same information back onto this screen here, just about what the phonics screening check is and what happens during the screening, and the types of words that the children will be exposed to. Now, this screening check is the only sort of test, I say, in year 1, but it isn't something that I want you to worry about. We certainly don't want the children to worry about it. I won't be telling the children that it is a test as such, because I really don't want them to worry. It is nothing new to them. We do phonics every day, and they should be familiar with how the check is carried out, as we have done multiple mock screening checks. And if the children aren't successful in year 1, then they are able to retake again in year 2. So I'll leave this up just for a moment so that you can have a read. And on this following slide, I've just put up a couple of ways that you can help your child at home. Of course, if you're really not sure, then please do come and speak to me. I'm more than happy to sort of give you resources or send you in the right direction of links and games that you can play with your child at home. But of course, reading with your child as much as possible at home really, really is useful when it comes to the phonics screening check. And if your child is really struggling to sort of decode a word, then make sure that you're helping them out by encouraging them to segment that word and then blend it right back together. Of course, keeping up to date, as always, I post as frequently as I can on Dojo to keep you up to date with what we are doing, what we are learning, any key messages. But of course, please do check our class page on the school website, as I do update that with photos as well. And of course, using Parent Mail to receive your newsletters, weekly newsletters, that will give you key dates and anything that is happening within that week or within the term. And that wraps us up for term 5. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to having the children back, and I'll see you very soon.